Well, another major project is underway along Charleston Boulevard, an area that's had a long history of flash flooding. Those that have lived in Las Vegas for many years know all too well the problems flash flooding has caused for our city. But thanks to the many efforts from the Clark County Regional Flood Control District, the Charleston Underpass has not flooded since 2009. And more efforts along Charleston are currently underway to assure the entire area is free of flooding. Drivers will notice construction taking place here along East Charleston, but all for a very important reason. For years, there has not been sufficient underground storm drains in place that would adequately drain floodwaters from this area. Residents would have to deal with floodwater after rainfall, sometimes rushing down East Charleston Boulevard. The Clark County Regional Flood Control District is solving this problem by installing massive storm drains deep beneath the road.
We use what's called reinforced concrete box. And so this is a big concrete box. It's 18 feet wide by 8 feet tall, so I could stand in it comfortably. They're massive, and they go underground, and we put them together piece by piece by piece, and that allows us to then create the storm drain and a long connected network that way.
The long connected network to help water flow safely through our valley stretches for 667 miles underneath and around our city. Once completely installed, the 4-mile section of storm drains that will run from Boulder Highway to Maryland Parkway will connect the current networks, helping to divert floodwater safely and away from homes and businesses.
The complete storm drain system is being upgraded to handle the new capacities for the flows the city has designated. This storm drain ties into an existing storm drain system already in the Boulder Highway alignment. We're bringing it up now into the Charleston intersection, where we're going to make it through this radius and down the road of Charleston. And on its way, it's going to be a major collector of other arterial storm drain flows, specifically at Eastern intersection and near Maryland Parkway.
A project of this magnitude takes years to complete. The planning and design phase began in April of 2017 with careful thought and consideration of underground utility lines that include existing power, water, and sewer systems in place.
Las Vegas paving has plenty of obstacles in front of us. The construction in this urban environment, in an intersection that hasn't been upgraded in quite some time. There are existing utilities, some of which have also been abandoned. The abandoned utilities inevitably end up being in our way. Some of the existing utilities, even though we account for them the best we can, the relocations need to happen before you can bring a box of this size in. So the biggest obstacle is us clearing the corridor in advance of the storm drain system. So we're going to need to make the space for it, and that means relocation of water lines, sewer systems, all leading up to the eventual movement of the box through the intersection.
To complete the project here in this busy intersection where Charleston meets Boulder Highway, crews work around the clock in a marathon construction event that begins on a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and is finished by Monday at 5 a.m. Getting work completed in just 4.5 days rather than 3 weeks helps minimize the impact to the surrounding businesses and allows crews to get in and out quickly.
We understand and that we're making every effort to get the construction done as quickly as possible. The benefit at the end of the project will be massive once that first major rain event happens and their residents and businesses aren't flooded out.
The goal is to eliminate scenes like this, where water has nowhere to go but back up into the streets, causing devastating flooding in our community.
The problem, though, is if you want to fix that flooding, you have to have somewhere to take the water. And so for years, there wasn't any storm drains or big areas that we could drain to. And so over time, we've built all these storm drains downstream. We've been working our way up and up and up. And now we're finally to this location. It's kind of exciting to think that our storm drain and our regional network has gotten all the way up here so we can drain Charleston Boulevard into this project and solve those problems.
The infrastructure, of course, is the lifeblood of any healthy city, and of course, the storm drain system has been undersized for quite some time, so the security of installing a system that can handle the flows is important to the valley.
The idea that the work that we're doing really helps people. I mean, flooding can be devastating, right? To people and property, businesses. And so to be part of a project like this, to work with a great team and the people at the Flood Control District to solve problems, make our community a little safer is a great thing to do.